we have these options being expanded, but there are court fights. There's a sitting president casting doubt daily without evidence, but casting doubt daily on the integrity of that process. How does that filter down to voters? What are you hearing on whether people believe that their vote will be counted honestly, or whether they believe it only if they go cast it in the traditional way, even in a pandemic?
This is one instance where you see folks on both the left and the right actually have some concerns. And what I mean by that is I'm focusing specifically on communities of color. Historically, there have been so many different things to try and deter them from heading to the polls.
Republicans traditionally are the ones who are used to vote by mail in the United States. It is usually used by older voters, and that means Republicans. But this year, they've been much, much less likely to use it. And that's alarmed some members of the GOP. President Trump's campaign is trying to get its voters to vote by mail, even though the president is running down the process, because everybody who works in campaigns knows you get higher turnout when people can vote by mail. It's easier, it's more convenient, and they don't have to deal with those lines that Kat talked about. One of the reasons that there's a lot of focus among Democrats to get people of color to vote by mail, because it makes them less susceptible to those choke points on election day, those hideous lines that really can depress turnout. Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And in each of those states, they have not changed the laws to allow the elections officials to process ballots before election day. Such a huge problem. Anybody who does mail voting, be they Democratic or Republican, says that's going to create an immense amount of chaos, because the very day that these election officials are opening polls and dealing with thousands of voters coming to their polling places, they're also supposed to be opening all these envelopes, confirming the identities of the people who sent them, and getting them ready to be sorted, run through their process, through their scanners. So there's a good chance that those Rust Belt states were not going to know what the result of the mail election is until well after election night.